Hi, it's Dr. Elisha Van Dusen at New Hope Chiropractic. Did you know that when your foot hits the ground, everything changes? Study after study has shown that repeated impact between the foot and the ground can cause a wide range of injuries, from stress fractures to cartilage breakdown, also from shin splints to low back pain. And force impact on the body created by each heel strike, or that's the heel of your foot striking the ground, equals 3.5 times a person's body weight while running, or 2.5 times a person's body weight while walking, or 0.5 times a person's body weight on the neck. And that means a person weighing 160 pounds feels 560 pounds of force while running and 400 pounds of force while walking. And also 80 pounds of force in the neck on each heel strike, each time your heel hits the ground, which is many, many times during a given day. And then that's the heel strike of your walk or your gait cycle. And then at the mid stance, that's when the foot flattens out and is flat on the ground. And this is the optimal part of the cycle of walking, where, for example, if you have excessive pronation, can be seen and can be measured. So if your foot is not aligned properly, the foot rotates, and most often internally. So that's when the inside of your foot faces the inside of your other foot, the left foot or the right foot, depending on which side you're talking about, which in turn rotates the tibia and the femur. Those are bones in your leg, and then the pelvis. And then this translates into a sacroiliac joint problem. So that's the joint between your hips and the base of your spine, and that can create low back pain. So this is also the portion of your walk cycle that can create a leg length inequality. So your legs aren't actually different lengths, but functionally one leg is a little bit shorter than the other, and that can throw off your entire walk and also your spine, your posture. And then lastly, when you keep walking and your toe steps off the ground, that's the toe off cycle of walking, the foot becomes a lever, and if the gait cycle is dysfunctional during the heel strike and the mid stance phase, this toe off or propulsion stage can be completely ineffective. In fact, they've done recent studies and they found that foot flare prior to and during this part of the cycle can cause a runner, for example, to run an extra half mile during the course of a marathon. That's a lot of distance, a lot of extra unnecessary distance that's being run, which significantly can shorten your or lengthen your performance rather, so that you're not as efficient. So how can orthotics in our office help? Well, our orthotics are custom fit, they're functional, and they can help the feet and the kinetic chain throughout all three phases of walking, which I just described, and help them to be more effective. They have shock absorbing materials, and those are located in the heel, and they can help alleviate all kinds of problems and force impact issues on your heel, preventing heel spurs, for example. Also, they have arch corrections, which help maintain the structure of the arches and correct for pronation and hyperpronation. During the middle of your gait cycle, you're putting all your weight straight down. And then by looking and addressing the different parts of the gait cycle, the walking cycle, we can stabilize your foot, and then also make the final phase where you're propelling yourself off the ground with the toe off phase, make that more efficient, so you're not wasting a bunch of distance and energy with your walking or your running. So even if you're not a big runner or athlete, you can still benefit from this, because you're just going to walk more efficiently and everything's going to be straight and properly balanced. So check us out at newhopechiropractic.com. You can even set up an appointment there to come in and get these custom orthotics. Have a healthy day.